I think that's an interesting topic I'd like to talk a little bit more about, which is that each of us in our daily lives, that we're not necessarily all athletes and we're not necessarily all car crash, been in a car crash where our bodies need help from you, from what we do. What are all of us doing? Or is there something wrong with us that we continue to break down, that we need to see you?
Yeah, well, first, we're all the same structurally. I mean, if we weren't very similar structurally, we'd need a new anatomy book every time we worked on somebody. And that's not the case. So we're very, 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 very close structurally. Okay. Second of all, yeah, we're all doing something wrong. We're living in gravity. And it just happens that if, let me grab this, if this is sitting here on my hand, right, it's going to stay there until something happens, something acts on it, right? And if something comes along and pushes this way, right, it's going to start to fall and tip, okay? And if it's falling and tipping, well, everything above it is going to fall and tip with it. And that's what happens to the body. Bones get pushed or pulled forward, and it tips, and everything else tips. So that's what's happening to us. Chairs that we sit in, sitting hunched over computers, sitting in couches where we're doing this and yanking all this forward all the time, that's the same thing as knocking this off my hand. It's tilting it, and everything else shifts, and it slides more and more and more over time. And because nobody really understands this and the importance of it, nor do they know how to push it backwards consistently and predictably, they don't know how to get it back here. But when we do this, that's when magic happens. So that's what we're doing. We're standing, sitting, and sleeping in gravity. And again, the principles that we teach are very straightforward and very reproducible and very experienceable. It's not, take this idea. The challenge that I have as a practitioner is that people will experience it, but they're more comfortable with their habit, whatever that is. And the ones that their habit is more important than the reality of how their body changes when we work on it and they change their chairs, etc., well, they're going to struggle with their problems for the long term. The ones that are willing to change, they get to change. They will experience something new, and they like it. Really brings up